Hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. Today we're going to work our way back to the D7 in a little while. But first, we have to get my hay rake out and take it to another farm so somebody else can use it, which is going to entail a little bit of doing to get it done, but anyway, won't be that bad. Up first, we got to get the sickle bar off the back of the 484, and then, oh, if I can get out of this mess, I'm waiting for the non-95 degree days in October so I can start cleaning up around here. Once we get that thing unhooked, we got to hook onto this little bush hog, and then we can get to the rake. So let's get busy. So, let me get this thing unhooked and then we'll get some other stuff done here. Alright, so recap, I got the sickle mower unhooked, got the bush hog hooked up and moved out here. Now we get to unhook it and get the rake pulled out. So, let's do that, I guess. I would have showed you all this stuff, but I got a phone call in the middle of it, and, well, I have places to be, so gotta go. This thing is a joy to get in and out of here. Huh. Okay then. Pretty sure I backed that in here with this tractor. Other way. Okay. One good thing about having little tractors, you can move them around if you need to. Try rolling some 8R John Deere or something by hand so you can hook something up by yourself. Alright, so let's go, Mr. Tight Squeeze. That chair a little bit, but that's okay. You got about, I don't know, total of maybe 8 inches on that thing getting it in and out of that barn driveway. Alright, so we got the rake out where we can hook it up to the truck. something is not right. Finally got all the junk cleaned out of the fuel tank. It still don't run right. Anyway, another project for another day. First try. If you'll buy that, well, you probably buy about anything. Alright, now, oh yeah, next thing here. If you don't have proper pins, a welding rod will work just fine. Anyway, now that we're hooked up, it's another, what, 18 miles or so to where we're going with this big wide thing on probably about the time school's letting out, so let's go. Oh yeah, forgot, gotta grease the wheels. That and that on both sides, and probably this driveline too. All right, so we are off. Rake in tow, if you can see it in the mirror. So as I said, another 18 or so miles and we'll be right where this needs to be, and then a couple miles after that we'll be right where the D7 is. Alright, so hay rake is delivered. Now off to the D7. Alright, so goal achieved. We made it over here anyway. We'll talk a bit about it here in just a minute. That ought to do. Alright then. Well, damn seatbelt don't return right. Throw it up there for now. Okay, so we got antifreeze. I picked up some water. We put new thermostats in it, which is right up in there. I didn't, so I lost the video of it, honestly, but anyway. So we got to put the, filled up the antifreeze. I need to replace this bolt right here because this housing is actually cracked, so I'm going to have to put a through bolt in there so we can squeeze it together and hopefully it won't leak. I got to fill it up with antifreeze and put the grill screens, hood, muffler, all that good stuff back on it, and then we'll try it out. Well, this isn't a good sign. Now that I've got it most of the way filled up, it started leaking. Dang it. Well, when the right way doesn't work, I guess we'll go get some silicone, see if we can get it to plug up that way. Okay, well, figured out why it leaks. Might not need silicone after all. I just forgot to clean the gasket off of there, looks like. Anyway, let me get this scraped off, and I'm probably going to put a little dab of silicone on it anyway. To each their own, but I like this stuff. It works very, very well. Okay then, so now we've got a little bit of, got it all cleaned up. Put just a real thin smear of silicone on both sides of the this housing and the thermostat housing. Sandwich the gasket in between. Hopefully it's going to work this time. Now back to trying to fill it up. Alright, so we're slightly over full on coolant, which is better than not full enough, and we are at this point in time about a gallon heavy on antifreeze versus water. So once it burps, we will be able to add some more water and then go from there. Meanwhile, I gotta put let's see. I got to put the grill screens in it. Got to put at least the muffler on it anyway for right now. We can live without the hood, but the muffler, as much good as it does to quiet this thing down, at least it gets all the smoke up out of your face. So let me get started on this stuff and we'll see what happens next. Alright, so we're not losing any more coolant over there at the moment, which is a good sign. Everything looks to be okay as far as that goes. Only thing, the grill screens are in, as you can see. And I think I'm going to go ahead and have good faith and put the hood on. And just go ahead and button it all the way up, and then we'll take it back down over here and push some dirt around and see what happens. In the last video of this thing, if you couldn't tell, you couldn't hear anything anyway, so I'm not going to try and film it with my camera. I am working on a replacement for that, but anyway, it's not here yet. So and as I decided the last time, I'm definitely not good enough to run this dozer with one hand and hold the phone in the other. So yeah, let's go from there. Okay, so as I just sat down here to put the muffler on this thing, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see in here, but it's not, I figured it neck down for the stack. This is not all open in here like I thought it would be with, you know, mesh material in it to quieten the noise down. This is actually a muffler for a much smaller diameter pipe. This is very curious at the moment. I kind of really now want to know, I don't even know how big that is. 5 inch, something like that, probably something oddball. But just having that much of a restriction on the exhaust is not going to help this thing very much. Anyway, that's another theory for another time. Right now, let's get it back together and see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens here. Make sure my jumper cables are connected good first. Oh. Master switch. Or not. These jumper cables aren't the best in the world. Oh, anyway. Wait for my hair. Well, let me see if I can get it to start, and then we'll get back to you. Might have to get him to buy some batteries. Okay, so as you can see, it's running. Now all we got to do is take it and run it and see what it does. Hopefully the thermostats will fix it. If not, it's pretty much got to be in the radiator or something. Hopefully it's not a head gasket, because I really don't want to do that again. Might as well take this thing along. Okie dokie then, off I go. Alright, so headed home now. Our test run was, well, we're still kind of at the same place we were. It's reading 220 degrees on the new gauge I installed. The hottest I ever got the thing to run with my temp gun, though, was about 175. So, yeah, I'm not real sure what's wrong with this thing? I mean, I'm getting a decent temperature drop on the radiator. Ballpark anyway of about, yeah, what was it? About 32 degrees, 33 degrees, somewhere in there. And, you know, we put new thermostats in it, got it full of coolant, it's not leaking or anything else. The gauge is reading high. I don't know, I can't really see this happening. I put the same exact part number temperature gauge in my 484, and the last time I used it, it got up to 220. So I grabbed my little temp gun and checked it, and it was 165 degrees also. I can't really see both of them being that many degrees off. It's possible, I guess, but not highly probable. Anyway, I guess that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more, and I'll get back to you. Oh, I did come up with a straight pipe for that dozer, so we're going to try that out.